First of all,
right.
that's a natural
Now,
dude right there.
That is look at this guy.
He's so natural.
Yeah, he walks around with like no body fat, with his shirt off all the time, and this big stupid beard. And he had a really good opportunity to actually say, "I'm sorry, I lied, I got caught up in it, and I apologize." You know, but he tries to justify a lot of stuff. It's for the boys.
Okay, let's watch.
It's for the
let's
boys.
watch. Let's watch. Let's see what he's got. And stay primal.
And stay primal, within reason. Stay primal.
See you later,
I'm gonna
guys.
go sunshine my balls right now.
I'm out. I need to feel the sunshine on my balls. I need to try it. I need to do it.
We have so many people watching him that believe that he was natural as well. And it's like, come on, man. Anyhow.
That's what I mean. But because he was like, no, I don't do steroids. No. And he was just yelling to people's faces. And he was just being...
Welcome back, everybody, to the Big Flex.
Welcome back again. The Big Flex. We haven't done one of these in a little while, actually.
I know. I've been away in Slovakia and the US. And I had a bit of a backlog of stuff ready to go for like Strength Institute and shorts. And then I'm all out and we need to do some more. So that's what we're doing today. We're doing a different sort of thing today. But before we do it,
It's going to be a fun thing.
like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
We're up to like 1,290 subscribers. We're flying through. We've surpassed
fast.
We've surpassed the 1,000. We're going to go straight to 2,000. And we've started training for our 1,000 squat challenge, which happens at the end of January. I do at least 15 to 20 squats a week, 3 to 4 sets of 5. So I'm ready. I'm real ready.
I do that in at least one set.
Yeah. So
You better pull your weight.
I might just like pull my back to 2
Because I
sets
know
and
that
make you do all the 1,000.
we said that we would do 1,000 squats between the two of us.
Yeah, between the two of us.
I assumed that meant equal amounts. That we would split the workload 50-50.
Well, that is a very rash assumption. Like, who
know
told
what?
you that?
You know what?
What?
I feel like I have something that would motivate you for that.
What?
For every rep that I do that's more than 50% of the reps, you have to pay me more per rep. So either you do 50 and I do 50, or I'll do all of them. I just get paid more and more per extra rep.
I'm not agreeing to that at all.
Over the halfway limit.
Yeah.
I feel like that is a very good motivator for
I
me.
refuse to accept those terms.
I will accept cash, check, or credit.
Yeah. No. No, just a flat no, sir. We're not going to do that. But
That's
we'll
fair.
figure something out. I'll pull my weight.
You
I'll
know
pull my
what?
weight.
Fair enough. It was worth a try.
It was worth a try. I will pull my weight, I promise you. So yes, this is a bit exciting up. We've got Christmas and New Year's coming up. We're going to be doing the 1,100 kilo squats between us with a couple sub-ins. We're going to have, Megan, Australia's strongest woman, do a couple reps for us. Big Gav, Byron. So we each get one sub. There's 3 subs, and we each get those 3 subs one time each. So, even if they do quite a big set, we're still probably going to do at least 450 squats each, I would assume.
And we're looking at them taking like one set of 20 or maybe 30 reps.
Yeah.
Each of us. So it's going to be like 40 to 50,
Yeah.
maybe 60 reps away from us if we're lucky.
Yeah.
We're still going to be doing most of them.
So that's exciting. And then after that, we're doing a 10,000 calorie cheat day. All right. And we haven't quite decided how that will work. It's going to be, I think, 4 to 5 meals of between 2 and 2,500 calories per meal. You can have it in liquids contributing, but it has to be like not just Coke, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be like a protein shake with avocado and coconut oil. Like you can like buff it up so it feels like a hefty meal.
One person eats clean, one person eats messy?
Maybe, that might be an option as well. I was thinking of getting like a big rack of ribs on the smoker, and then that's like easy.
That'd be good.
5,000 calories.
I was thinking something like because you're bigger than me, you can eat more than me, right? We found that out in the last eating challenge.
Look, first of all, it's nothing to do with the size, because you look at competitive eaters. Some tiny people can put away
I'm not looking
some
at
immense
I'm
amount
not
of
talking
food.
generally. I'm talking about our past experience.
Okay, yes, yeah,
right?
you've
eaten more than me.
It's true.
So if I was to do I'll eat the dirty version, you eat the clean version, you're just able to consume more food than I am. So it would make more sense for me to do it that way. So I wouldn't have to eat as much food, but I could still probably hit the calories if we were doing it like that.
I disagree. I don't want to eat clean for 10,000 calories. That'd be terrible. Do you know how much
It would
chicken?
be
Do you know how much chicken and broccoli 10,000 calories would be?
Too much.
Outrageous.
Too much.
Anyhow, we're jumping on the old bandwagon here.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. If you don't know who the Liver King
The
is,
liver diver ding dong.
strap yourself in. 'Cause
This guy,
he is the king of livers. And
an absolute wanker.
first of all, that's just a dumb name. I'm annoyed that it caught on. The Liver King.
The Liver King. So let us drop a little bit of background on the Liver King.
Before
okay.
you even start,
Yeah.
I dislike everything about this dude from the second he started online.
Yeah.
And people were like talking about him and sharing his stuff. Everything about him is just ridiculous from start to finish. The name that he chooses to the way that he trains, the way that he bullshit, everything. It's basically like snake oil that you would read from a men's health magazine. Like, Hugh Jackman did these 6 exercises to get jacked for his next movie. No, he didn't. It's all bullcrap. Yeah. Look, this guy is that. It's just everything wrong with the fitness industry.
Famous people, like famous actors, there is a certain amount of from them when it comes to how they get in shape for movies, right? It's like, especially, and it's disingenuous. Like, you look at Chris Hemsworth, jacked to play Thor.
Have you seen the latest movie?
No, but then, he's ginormous.
He's huge and ripped.
But then he says to everyone, oh no, just work out really hard. But he sold this fitness app for millions and millions and millions of dollars. I think it was like $100 million.
He developed it and then sold it.
But it's all like body weight stuff. And it's like trained to look like Thor. It's like, no. He's not doing push-ups and body weight squats and lunges. This dude's doing anabolics and some heavy weight training.
Some heavy weights, absolutely.
So all these guys that are, famous, there's probably a little bit of misinformation coming your way from the start, right?
I think a lot of it, and a lot of what comes with fame and fortune, having money as well, having status, having a name for yourself, is selling shit. Everybody wants to sell something. And
that's it.
If you buy their stuff, like even Chris Hemsworth, he makes a lot of money from his movies. But another really good way to make money?
$100 million on a fitness app.
Build yourself a fitness app and then reach a wider audience who pay a lot of money over time. And like it's all just consumerism.
Correct.
That's there.
So
it hurts my feelings.
It hurts all of our feelings. In saying that, buy our stuff. We don't have stuff to sell.
I wish.
I'm gonna get some shirts made up. Buy my stuff.
Totally gonna sell out when we get the chance to.
100%.
Like 100%.
I'm gonna sell out so.
We'll do the same thing. We'll build this up to a certain point and then just sell it all and leave. I'm down. Let's do it.
Right. So a little bit of background on the Liver King. He had a supplement company, and basically it was like ground up organ meats and stuff and powdered up into pill form. And he's like incredibly jacked. Yep. And he's like, I just do this because I live by the 9 tenets of primalism, the 9 primal tenets of like sunning his genitals. It's his thing, right? He suns his genitals. He eats organ meat. He works out every day. Like all these things he says are primal. Anyhow, he's such a tool. But he's so clearly on all the steroids. Yeah. So clearly on all, but was so adamant on every show that he was on that he was natty.
Yep.
Right? He's like, I don't touch it. It wasn't even like, if you asked, like, you see people ask The Rock this question, he sort of like skirts around the edges.
Yeah.
Right? This guy's like, I never touched it. I don't touch it. That's not primal. Right? He's such a jackass.
He's such a douchebag.
Yeah.
It just hurts me.
So basically, for over a year, he escalated into fame, millions and millions of followers, and then obviously when you're gaining millions and millions of followers, your power to be able to sell them stuff obviously goes up, right? Yeah. So he made a heap of money. Apparently, he was really rich before this anyway, but we'll get into that in a sec. It has come out. It's been come out that he actually did dabble in some steroids.
He did dabble in some steroids?
He did all the steroids.
He did so many steroids. And he's been outed, and this whole week he's just been apologizing about it.
But his apology is potentially the most disingenuous thing about it all. We're going to watch his apology, and we're going to pause.
If he was just like, if people like, you do steroids, he's like, I don't know. Do I? But no, I don't. And he was something like that, then when he was outed, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. But because he was like, no, I don't do steroids, no. And he was just yelling to people's faces, and he was just being a wanker about it. Yeah. Now, when he's like, he's been outed, I'm like, yeah, I hope his career ends. Don't lie to people.
Yeah. He's just, he's a tool.
Just lied so hard to promote his shit. That's not
so
a good way to be.
No.
So this guy, I haven't watched any of this.
I've watched the apology.
I wanted to go into it completely cold.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single bit of it. I've seen other people like kind of talking about him online, and everyone seems to. There's a lot of hate for this man right now.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, if he had said no, don't do it, and that was enough, all right, you lied. But he's so adamant and was like, adamant about it. And then but also his like, I live by the 9 tenets of primalism, and like everything I do is primal. And he's like doing sled pushes and carrying dumbbells upstairs in a weights fest. It's like,
primal, and I'm doing it to promote health and fitness is the thing that annoys me. If I'm going to be jacked like this dude, I'm going to get massive, and people are like, how do you do it? I'm going to say, like, I take a lot of steroids, and it's pretty dangerous, and you probably shouldn't do it, but I'm awesome, and I probably won't die. Hopefully.
But the other
like,
thing
tell
is-
people the truth.
yeah.
Like, give them at least.
We have
the
so many people
information.
watching him that believe that he was natural as well. And it's like, come on, man. Anyhow.
That's what I mean. Like, just tell people the truth. Say what you really are. Say what you're really doing, and then give people enough information to actually like make an educated, informed decision for what they're going to do moving forward, instead of just selling them actual snake oil.
Yeah.
And lying through your goddamn teeth.
Lying through your teeth. So,
Speaking of, let's hear this apology.
all right. So, are we ready for this?
First of all, that's a natural
Now,
dude right there.
That is look at this guy.
He's so natural.
Yeah, he walks around with like no body fat, with his shirt off all the time, and this big stupid beard. Anyhow,
Hey, man,
we're gonna
that's
pause.
the
We're gonna
only
pause
thing
this.
about him.
We're gonna
His only saving quality is that beard. You watch him out.
we're gonna pause and discuss.
Okay.
And he had a really good opportunity to actually say, "I'm sorry, I lied, I got caught up in it, and I apologize." You know, but he tries to justify a lot of stuff. It's for the boys.
Okay, let's watch.
It's for the
let's
boys.
watch. Let's watch. Let's see what he's got.
Primals, I'm making this video
Already
to
hate it.
apologize
Already hate the start.
because I fucked up, because I'm embarrassed and ashamed, because I lied.
All right, so that's a good start.
That's a good
right?
start.
That should have just ended there.
I
I'm
mean,
happy with
right
that,
there, that's it.
Yeah.
I messed up. I lied.
Cool.
Cool. So right now, this is a great apology. I'm on
Yeah.
board. I'm on
Yeah.
board.
And I misled a lot.
You definitely misled a lot of people.
You did, yeah.
I've stated that this is a complicated as fuck topic, at least to me it is, because before social media, I was rich and anonymous. And after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous. And I never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye.
Right. So we're going to pause there for a sec as well. Okay. So
You
first of
gotta
all,
say-
he's very likable when he talks about how rich he was. I was rich and
Yeah.
anonymous, right? Now
I
I'm
feel
rich and
if-
famous.
you could say that in so many different ways. Like, I was wealthy. I did well for
You
myself.
feel like
I'm rich.
You could just say my businesses were already really profitable,
Yeah.
you know. But what he says here is I had no idea it was going to blow up to this proportion in the public eye. The problem with that, guys, is that the emails that were leaked. So basically, his coach, it was a pro bodybuilding coach, who's the one that took him on.
Wait, he
and-
was bodybuilding?
No. So basically, he reached out to a bunch of different people.
Oh, I see.
And he reached out to this coach that coaches bodybuilders. And it was like, these are all the drugs that I'm doing. And it was a list of them, a big old list.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm pumping this many peptides. I'm taking Test. I'm taking Deca. I'm taking Winstrol. I'm taking
Of course, look at it.
multiple peptides. I'm taking outrageous amounts of human growth hormone. Derek from More Plates, More Dates runs a channel where he breaks down like steroids. He's super knowledgeable. He's
Yeah.
like, this guy's taking more growth hormone than full pro bodybuilders.
Yep.
Like outrageous
I mean,
amounts.
look at the size of his freaking GH belly.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the full turtle shell abs even when he's sitting down. It's
Yeah.
pretty
But
ridiculous.
yeah, he can call himself the liver king because that's probably the biggest liver in
Yeah,
the goddamn
but,
world.
but right now, disingenuous already, right? Because in the email, he's like, here he says, I didn't know I was going to, explode to this level of, fame, right? In the email, it says, my marketing team and I want to get to 10 million or 5 million followers by this time next year. That was his whole goal, was to explode on social media.
Obviously, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, okay,
All right.
continue.
1 sec. Let's go.
It's been tricky as fuck to navigate.
Such a
Well,
tissue.
clearly I did it wrong. And I'm here now to set the record straight.
Wait, what's he going to say?
Yes, I've done steroids. And yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician.
All right, so shock and awe, he is on steroids, and he has been on steroids.
No way.
But it's all right because he's been monitored by a health professional. Even though the amount that he's taking is enough
to kill a horse?
It's enough to turn a chihuahua into a stud bull. So,
Yeah. I also doubt the trained clinician part.
well, yeah, because maybe he's getting his bloods and stuff done as well, but he was. But he was reaching out to like bodybuilding coaches and people that know about steroids. So it's not like he's talking to a doctor and saying, I want this from the doctor. Like he was already on stuff. And now he's reaching out to people that know about gear, but they're not doctors. They're bodybuilding coaches.
The thing about this is, just because he was so adamant about it, because he lied so hard about it, now it's hard to believe anything he says, even in his apology. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He very clearly doesn't seem genuine at all.
At all.
Let's continue.
But wait till we get to the part about the boys.
What?
Yeah.
What did he do to the poor boy?
Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves, the 80,000 people a day that try to kill themselves. Our people are hurting at record rates with depression, autoimmune, anxiety, infertility, low ambition in life.
About? This took a turn.
Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive. So I made it my job to model, teach, and preach a simple, elegant solution called ancestral living, the 9 ancestral tenets, so our people no longer have to suffer, so we can collectively express our highest and most dominant form. This is my fight. This is why I...
So it's all right to deceive millions of people.
So was that ever discussed? Was that ever talked about? That was his mission statement, was to stop people from...
What he talked about before was
killing themselves?
the reason why I live by these 9 ancestral tenets, primal tenets, is because it's the best way to live. It's going to increase. You don't look
where
like
did
me.
this come from? With anxiety and depression, and is that something that he
No,
talks about often?
This is
or is this brand
This is
new?
what's making the cop out of. This is what's making the apology a cop out. Is that he's now saying the real reason why I did it wasn't to try to grow my brands.
It
right?
was for, yeah,
it was for all those people that are struggling with depression that try to kill themselves every day, which is a very serious topic.
Yeah, it is.
So,
and it shouldn't be something that you just tack on to the back end of your bad decision.
Correct.
As a way to, a means to justify it.
Yeah. It's like,
I've literally never
Yes.
heard him say anything about any of this ever.
Yes, I cheated. Yes, I lied to
But I
everyone.
did it for the
yes, I did
boys.
an absolute truckload of steroids, but I did it to everyone that's struggling out there.
I
Everyone that's
sold
struggling.
all of this stuff and made all of this money because I care about... Insert new thing here.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard him speak about any of this before, have you?
And his ancestral tenets. We'll talk about that in a second.
His ancestral tenets.
Apart from sunning the old taint.
Okay. That's about the only thing he's got in common.
Test. While spreading the message, I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I'd ever taken steroids, I've always said no. I don't touch this stuff. Not gonna touch this stuff. Never touch the stuff. That was a lie.
It was. Wait. Just like to confirm that was
It was a lie.
definitely a lie.
Okay, it was definitely a lie.
It was definitely a lie.
I couldn't tell by the size of his biceps.
Yeah. To be fair, this guy's like 4 foot tall, but
Really?
yeah, he's really short. His ancestral primal living didn't help him grow.
I mean,
at all.
if you ever wonder if someone's on steroids or not, if we were to look at bring the photo up that we're looking at right now. Bring that up on the screen. If your biceps are almost as thick as your torso, you're probably taking steroids.
It's so
All right.
and this isn't even doing it justice because there's so many
I've been
photos of Fran
training
around.
for a very long time.
Yeah,
Right? And
yeah.
have a bring it back to us now. Bring us
Wait,
up there.
wait,
Bring
wait.
us up there.
Yeah,
Full screen.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, one sec.
So I'll sit like he's sitting. Okay.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
on this side. So you can see that my bicep is a regular bicep. I'm a pretty strong guy.
Hey, you're a pretty strong dude.
I'm a pretty strong guy. Yeah. My bicep's a regularized bicep. You know how I get biceps like that? I put so much steroids in my body.
But it's everything.
I
It's
get-
like this guy walks around looking like red as a tomato from all the trend he's pushing. Like it's pretty funny. Anyhow,
Ugh.
should we continue?
Yes.
Yeah.
This hurts me. Let's do it.
And I'm just gonna stop regularly because I don't know. Like when you are doing reviews, like it's this technically his video,
Yeah.
right? So we want to get flagged with like copyright. So
Oh,
you're allowed.
okay.
You're allowed
Yeah, yeah.
to. You're allowed to.
As long as you don't play too much of it at a time.
Yeah, it's for fair use. So we're stopping. We're discussing.
Yeah, okay.
We're breaking down something. Plus, we're not monetized yet. So
To be fair, he
grow
used
up
so
with
many people.
that's right.
All right, let's do
I've
this.
convinced myself that
Convinced
this had nothing to do with the ancestral message. I convinced myself that I'm not a competitive athlete of any kind. So who the fuck am I cheating? I convinced myself
Whoa.
that this
Whoa,
Yeah.
sorry. Who
Yeah.
am I cheating?
Yeah.
Who am I cheating?
Yeah.
Every
Everyone
single
that you
person
lied
that you
to.
sold stuff to.
Yeah.
You
The
lied
millions of
for
people.
personal gain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many people. How many millions of subscribers does he have?
Well, it's just
all
like
of those
it's
people.
just like all right. So let's just and I'm just trying to work the logic of it. If you are doing this, if you're like, you know what, I really believe in these ancestral tenets, and I do live by them as best as I can, but I also want to get incredibly jacked and then do all the steroids and then say you're not doing it, and then but the reason why you're doing it is not to try to sell your products and get famous and whatnot. It's to help the people that are struggling mentally. What do you think when those people that are already on the verge and are contemplating suicide think, if I eat some liver,
I'm
and
gonna
go
feel
for a
good,
walk
and I'm gonna be like this guy.
and sunshine my balls, right?
I'll feel better, and I'll be great, and everything will be
What do
good.
you think happens when they don't lose weight and don't get stronger? And
Not only that, like let's say that they start feeling better and things start going slightly better for them, and then this guy comes out and goes, "I lied," and they go, "Well, this has all been for nothing. I guess fuck
Yeah.
me then, and everything that I now stand for." Like you're just playing a dangerous game by lying so hard to so many people.
yeah. So
Let's do it.
disappointing.
Disappointed.
Mr. Liver King.
You know it.
Liver
Topic was a
Dingo.
placeholder for a far more important conversation. I convinced myself that this would overshadow the 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PEDs.
I'm sorry. What?
Liar.
I'm sorry. What?
Liar, pants on fire.
I'm sorry. What?
Because he didn't start the steroids for this marketing push that he actually wanted to do and to help everyone.
Was he saying he's only just started doing them recently?
Yeah, but the emails that he sent to the bodybuilding coaches, like,
Dude,
said,
just look at him. This
have
dude
already
has
been on
doing
this.
juice for a long ass time. Is he seriously saying that he has only been taking steroids recently?
Yes.
He's still fucking lying. Are you
Yeah.
kidding? Okay, first of all,
Yeah.
training twice a day is incredibly hard. I trained with a bunch of people, a group of people that only did mainly calisthenic stuff.
Yep.
Handstand, hand balancing, movement-based stuff. Twice a day, every day, you have deload sessions, which is training once a day. Each session goes for about 2 hours, right? Just purely body weight stuff. All of these people, one of them started getting pretty depressed. 3 or 4 of them, no sex drive. We're trying to get like horny goat weed and all this stuff to like boost their sex drive. Like it kills you. And that's only body weight stuff, right? That's just training that much.
It's
training weights,
yeah.
like heavy weights twice a day as just a normal person without the use of steroids and things to help you recover more. It just doesn't happen. I cannot train twice a day.
Introducing your body to heavy stress of training hard
It's too
twice
much.
a day will decrease your testosterone
Exactly,
levels.
because I don't have enough
It will-
in my body to
it
recover
will
from and build
increase
muscle.
your cortisol levels, your stress hormone,
100%.
and you'll 100% go into detraining.
I wish that I could train twice a day. I train 4 to 5 times. 5 times is a sometimes week if I'm feeling really good and I get lots of sleep and I'm eating enough.
Yeah.
4 heavy sessions a week
Yeah.
is way too
But when he's
much.
talked about before what he trains in, it's all like, CrossFit wads and lifting heavy weights. It's not like, I'm going to
like
go
light,
for
easy stuff.
go for like a 30-minute jog. Like, no, he's saying that he slams heavy weights all the time, twice a
Yeah,
day.
and apparently for some
35 years.
reason with a weight vest on and dragging a sled climbs up the stairs because that's what
And
his
holds
ancestors
kettlebells.
did.
Because that's what the ancestors did.
Yeah.
It's important to know that kettlebells aren't new. They were being used with
I
ancestors.
call it BS. Also, for someone of this stature, of this size, like
Yeah.
you don't get like this after doing 6 months or a year of steroids. People think that you put steroids in and it just turns you into this massive
it doesn't
monster.
work that way.
First of all, you need to already have like some sort of physique and a decent base. Then you need to do it for a very, very long time because it takes time to put on weight even with steroids. Like you got to eat a lot to build a lot. It takes a very long time to build yourself up to something like this.
I mean, if you
this
just,
this isn't easy to
if
do.
you look at the professional bodybuilders, and I'm not even talking about like the Arnie bodybuilders, like the mass monsters, even the physique models that are like incredibly ripped but also big muscles, like. And obviously, there's tested and non-tested federations. We're talking about the non-tested federations, the ones that are open,
Ones where no one cares.
the ones that we know
Anyone
are
can do
using
steroids.
gear. They're like. He's comparable to like people that are putting on that sort of
It
mass,
takes such a
and they
long
do
time.
it for such a long time.
People think that it's easy to just do steroids and get big as well. It's not. It's a really it's grueling. The shit you have to put yourself through, like he's like training twice a day. You know how hard it is to train twice a day and do heavy sessions and like push yourself like that? It's twice as hard. And so steroids like help you recover and stuff, sure. But it's not like he accidentally did some steroids. Like this is a regimented, planned,
Stacking multiple compounds.
and you can't just do that haphazardly because you'll die. Like he's done a lot of research. He's practiced, he's tried stuff, he's contacted people obviously who know what they're doing, and he's slowly been building on this for years. This isn't something that just all of us, you're like, oh, steroids, oh no. Like this has been a long time in the making.
I mean, it's also, if you think about it, if you look at athletes who have been caught doping, right? Generally, they're not going to be taking anywhere near as many things as someone that's not being tested
because
with,
they're trying
right?
to fly under
They're
the
trying to
radar.
fly under the radar.
Yeah.
And if you look at those people that have been caught using steroids, right? And they might have impressive physiques, they're not looking like this guy.
No.
This guy's looking-
You look at go on Google and just look at like the top 10 Olympic athletes in Ollie lifting, right? And it'll show you their bodies and what they look like. Then go top 10 bodybuilders in the world right now. and it's almost like me and my dad. You know what I mean? Like it's like little kids compared to grown men. The difference is insane. Like Ronnie Coleman compared to whoever the best Ollie lifter in the world right now is, right? Arguably one of the best measures of strength, I'd say, in the Olympics. Most people can look at Ollie lifting.
Yeah.
Compared to any pro bodybuilder, they look like children in comparison. Yeah. These dudes are monsters. And this guy is a monster. He's this big boy. Years in the making. This isn't an accidental, just started doing, not even close.
Not even close.
Years in the making.
Let's continue with this piss poor apology.
Lies. What else you got, Liver King?
I've convinced myself that this was the vocal minority, usually in the fitness category, driving to an unproductive conversation. And I had convinced myself that this would be the wrong message to send to the 15-year-old boys.
I'm sorry, what?
Hey, don't even.
The 15-year-old boys? Why specifically them? Are they the only ones who have anxiety and depression?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to me? I'm not a 15-year-old boy. What is going on? Am I losing my mind here?
Yeah.
Why the 15-year-old boys?
Hey.
Has he ever spoken about this before ever? I'm so confused.
He likes 15-year-old boys. It's a thing. It's fine. Let him do his thing.
All right. What else has he got?
So I continually dismissed it, and I dug myself into a bigger and deeper hole.
Yep.
I have only myself to blame.
That's true.
I did that.
He did do that.
And it was all wrong.
It was all wrong.
I will be better. I will talk about it openly
Well.
because I believe that there's a time and a place for pharmacological intervention monitored and managed by a trained hormone physician. In 2021, when I was 43 years old, I didn't feel 100% physically or cognitively.
Okay, I see what he's getting at.
He's trying to go that TRT
how old
route,
is he
isn't he? Well, he said he was 41, so he's 42 now. This was a year ago. 2021, he was 41.
So he's saying this is a 1-year transformation.
He's saying it's a 1-year transformation.
Are you out of your mind?
He's saying it's a 1-year transformation.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And here's the thing. Hang on. Here's the thing. Is that I can't pull it up. I should have pulled it up before.
What?
All right. He's talking about there's a time and place for a pharmacological intervention.
Yeah, there absolutely is.
100% agree.
Yeah.
All right.
And he's talking about
it's called HRT, hormone replacement therapy. Women do it when they can do it when they go through menopause. Yep. It helps lengthen out. It helps reduce the chance of osteoporosis. It strengthens bones. It can help them get over those the cold sweat. Hot flashes, cold hot flashes.
Exactly the same thing in men as well. After you hit the age of about 40, you see just a very natural decline in testosterone over time, and it can do just that. It can reduce your muscle mass. It can reduce your bone density.
It can make you a little bit more tired.
Yeah, your
recover a little
health
slower.
Suffers. Everything suffers. So you essentially. You start to see like a slow decline in strength and general health.
But doctors generally treat that with what they call TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, and it's usually a dose of anywhere between like 125 milligrams to 250 milligrams, and then it can be weekly, fortnightly, monthly, 3 months.
Depending on your levels.
Depending on
very
your
low.
levels.
It's like getting iron replacements if you have low iron. It's almost essentially the same thing as that. If you have low iron, they give you enough iron to get you back up to what a healthy range is. So that's about 125, you were saying?
And for example, in Australia, it's actually very hard to get TRT. All right? I've talked to people that have tried to get it, and the amount that the doctor was willing to sign them off for was I think it was 250 milligrams every 3 months.
Yeah.
Which is it's nothing. When you're talking about bodybuilders, will push 7 grams a week. Right? So
how many times?
So TRT being 250 milligrams every 3 months versus 7,000 milligrams a week.
Wow.
Yes.
So that's 4 times, so 28 times the amount roughly. 28 times? What do we got? So 250, 1, 2, 3, 4 times 4. Yeah, okay, it's 16 times. It's quite a bit.
No, it's way more than that.
What do you mean? So 250 milligrams
let's
goes into 1 gram,
Let's just be conservative and say that these top-level bodybuilders are taking 5 grams, so 5,000 milligrams.
5,000 milligrams.
A week.
A week. So 250 milligrams
every 3 months.
Oh, every 3 months. That's what got me.
But some people like Joe Rogan, I think he said that he takes about 125 milligrams a week.
Yeah.
Right? So it does vary.
Yeah.
Right?
Joe Rogan does have a big head though.
But let's just say even on an aggressive TRT regime of 250 milligrams a week.
And this is what would be classified as clinical intervention by a doctor, which is cleared and safe.
Right. And so, with risk still.
Yeah.
With risk still. They're saying that, let's just say aggressively, you could do TRT 250 milligrams per week.
Per week.
Okay. Aggressively.
So that's
when
per
you're doing
week,
bodybuilders doing 5,000 to 7,000 milligrams a week.
Yeah.
So we're talking like 20 to 30 times the amount.
So if you were doing that a week,
yeah.
a week, if you were to have the amount that they give you, that's like 16 to 20 times. But that's every 3 months. So every week.
So you divide, it's nothing.
So much more.
Yes, let's just hear what he has to say about waking up and not feeling himself.
Jesus.
I went to get monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician to see what the fuck was going on with my life. And so yes, it's true. I have tried several peptide combinations in an effort to increase my growth hormone, and it didn't work, meaning that my levels still remained below the normal level. So yes, it's also true that I've tried pharmaceutical grade growth hormone, and I finally found success in managing therapeutic levels in the normal range.
Therapeutic levels?
Yeah,
in the normal
he
range?
was taking.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah, okay.
I've continued on with 0.6 cc's of testosterone per week, roughly 120 milligrams of testosterone.
So the 125 milligrams of testosterone per week could be a TRT dose.
Yep.
But he's stacking 2 to 3 peptide compounds. He's taking pharmaceutical grade growth hormone. And we'll see if he gets into it now, but he was also taking DECA, which is literally for putting on mass and joint health. And he is taking Winstrol, which is what's going to keep you shredded, right? So we'll see if he
saying
talks about
therapeutic amounts. That is just outrageous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So this guy here, right? So let's say he looked similar to this, and now he just looks like this, but a bit bigger in a year. So for example, right? Your dad, for example.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's 74 years old.
75.
75. Okay, so he would go to the doctors, and they could potentially give him.
I've been telling him to do it. He won't do it. I've been telling him.
I'm just saying. For example, they could give him 125 milligrams of test a week, and he would take that, and then in a year he would look like this.
Well, yeah, because that's all he's doing.
Are you telling me that if I went to the doctor today and I got cleared for 125 milligrams of test,
you could look like
I would look like this in a year from what I am now to that?
Look, he said it's under. We have to take him for his.
You know
word.
what's crazy?
We don't have anything to.
I think it's just that people don't understand that they think that if you inject steroids one time, that accidentally you're just going to turn into
The Incredible Hulk.
goddamn monster.
The Incredible Hulk.
And it takes so much more steroids, more stacks of things, just so much more stuff. You have to be pretty switched on with it. Otherwise, you can just ruin your body. So you need to know what you're talking about. You need to plan it out. You need to, over quite a long time. That so much effort goes into this that you can't accidentally. It's like what girls think when they go to the gym for the first time, and most women say to me, like, "Oh, I don't want to lift weights. I don't want to get too big." Like they're gonna lift a dumbbell and then just get huge, like Popeye style.
Yeah.
This is so much bullshit that it makes me mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is, and he's again preying on people that just don't know any better.
Right. They're like, oh, he's all right.
This guy pisses me off. All right, let's keep listening to his bull crap.
And no, I don't take any other steroids like Nandrolone or Winstrol, but I have tried them in the past without success.
Well, yeah, I mean,
literally in this email that was leaked.
This is just so. It's
like he's seen the email that was leaked, right?
But
it's his email.
But he wrote. I took this in. I took it in the past. So all right. So you're telling me, all right. So you're taking all these steroids and peptides and growth hormone
and you're massive.
So DECA's
it's not like he's just some regular-looking dude who took a little bit of steroids. He's like, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good now. Look at this dude.
Yeah. So, but hang on, let's just confirm. But nothing he says makes sense because he says he only started when he was 41 last year. But we know that's false.
Yeah.
Because there's an email that says, I'm already on this, and I've been on it for a while. And he just said now, I'm not taking DECA, or Nandrolone he called it, not taking DECA and Winstrol. But he goes, I have in the past. Well, when was the past, though? Because you've only just been doing this the last year under medical... So have you or haven't you done it before?
Yeah. Does that mean that he just stopped recently? So he can technically say that. Also, he said in the past, and it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
I mean, I train a lot, and I don't have abs that are the size of my quads.
Right.
Look at the size of this guy's belly. Come on, bro.
Come on.
Yes, it's also true that my blood chemistry got all fucked up while taking Nandrolone and Winstrol. My lipids got all deranged, my liver enzymes, went sky high, which is why clinical oversight is an absolute must. Nope. The Liver King
only smart
brand
thing you
has
said
had nothing,
so far.
or at least very little, to do with my business success. My company's already kicking ass, already successful before the Liver King public figure, growing at 50% year over year, and still growing at.
This is one of his things.
50% year over
This
year?
is one of his things that he keeps saying is that it had no impact on my businesses. It had no impact on my business. Bullshit, because we know that when you become
Wait, wasn't his business initially a supplement business?
yeah. I mean, he's got supplement businesses and other
And
businesses.
so he's saying,
as well.
hey, train like me, and then take these supplements.
Yeah,
So it's literally the basis of his whole
it's
business
the basis
model.
of his whole business model, yes. But also the fact that like we know that. Look, here's the deal, guys.
getting mad
Instagram
now.
and Facebook, Meta, right?
Yeah.
Meta, I have now earned $16 from ad revenue.
Slow down.
The videos that I post.
How much have you spent?
Wait. Let me just back it up for a sec. First of all, I can't get monetized on YouTube yet. Don't have the number of hours watched.
Okay.
Same on my podcast. But on Reels, you don't have to have any amount. It's just like if your Reels get watched, they can put ads on them, and then however many watches with the ad on, you get some cents, right? So my videos average maybe a couple of thousands of views. Like a couple thousand, like 1.5 to 3.5 thousand, right? And over a month, 2 months in a row now, I've earned $8,
Nice.
right? And change.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Now they won't even pay me until I get to 100.
Yeah.
To 100.
All right.
But my followers on Instagram, I don't even know. It's not much. It's like I think I have
1,200 or something like that?
I think I have only a little like
Oh, on Instagram.
on
Yeah,
Instagram it's not much. It's like 1,000 or something.
Yeah.
And on Facebook, it's like 4,000 people, right? So if you upscale that to like 5 million people, 5 million people,
Yeah. Add
right?
a couple
And
extra
everyone's sharing it and watching this. I mean, his videos get millions and millions of views. The ad revenue from that is immense.
Yeah.
That's not even saying if anyone doesn't buy stuff from it.
Yeah.
That's just people watching it.
Just the ad revenue he gets from just people watching
So
his
he's
videos.
already trapped. It's just we know that when people become influencers and they get millions of views, they can make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Right? So liar.
So he is a liar. And even, you know what annoys me before we continue again?
Yeah, please.
Even this, all of this bullshit, these fake apologies, all of this nonsense, it's getting a lot of watches online. He's probably got more views on this and all of this shit around him than from when he was just doing his regular stuff.
Probably.
So him saying, I'm sorry, I fucked up. He's getting paid so much for this.
He's getting paid for it.
You know
But
what
you
I
know
mean?
what? We're gonna do this anyway.
All
Just
right.
because.
What else you got, buddy?
All right,
What else you
let's
got?
talk about how his businesses didn't succeed from this.
The same pace after the Liver King public figure. Nope. I've never had ab implants, ab etching, or any other plastic surgery, and I sure as fuck never actually had gene editing done in Singapore.
Okay, so I think that stuff's all true. I think people had all these conspiracies that he's had ab implants and etchings like they melt away fat in certain
This is what
spots.
I mean. Like, people don't understand what like some steroids can do to your body. So there's a thing called GH belly where you take growth hormone and it grows everything, and you get like you see it a lot in bodybuilding before, like guys walking around on stage and they've got these like big distended bellies with abs on them.
Yeah.
It's because it's making, like, they've got abs, they just also have very large organs. So unless they tense and like
Suck
tighten
everything
everything
in.
up,
It just
they've
pushes
got this
everything
big
out.
old belly.
They call it GH belly.
It's called GH belly because he takes a lot of growth hormone. So he said he took like a little bit of growth hormone.
No, he was taking outrageous amounts of growth
Yeah,
hormone.
look at his freaking abs. It looks like he's got ab implants because they're not sitting flat on his body. His organs are pushing them out because he's taken so much growth hormone that he's going to probably... I don't want to say bad things. That was mean. I was going to say probably die young. A lot of bodybuilders who take a lot of steroids for a long time die quite young. It's tragic and it's fucked up. So for him to lie about it as well is awful because then other people will be like, I can do all the same stuff, and they can't handle it, and bad things happen.
Yeah.
The abs, they look like they're fake because of all the growth hormone that you said you weren't taking.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
It's
Again.
a lie. It's a lie. And I'm going to say something now, and it's going to make this guy even more of a joke to you. You like Will Ferrell movies?
I do.
I also like Will Ferrell
Don't
movies.
ruin Will Ferrell.
No, I'm not going to ruin the Will Ferrell movie.
Good.
You like Talladega Nights
Yeah.
and Step Brothers?
Yeah.
So you know John C. Reilly?
Yeah.
Does his voice not sound super much like John C. Reilly's? Like where he's like, do you want to like do karate in the garage? He's like, yep. Is it not the exact same? Nope. You listen. You're gonna see John C. Reilly now that I've said it. You're gonna hear us.
I hate him too much, and I like John C. Reilly too much.
You'll hear it.
You'll
hear it. You'll hear it.
Get all of that up. It was all intended to be a joke, and that's an expression of ancestral 10 and 10. Have a little goddamn fun. Ultimately, why do I do them? When I talk about the 85% of the population that suffers from self-esteem issues, that's me. I'm part of that statistic. This is why I fucking work myself to death in the gym. This is why I do 12 to 15 blood-burning workouts a week, just to feel like I'm okay. Still, I have to absolutely crush myself to do so, and I'm wrecked physically and cognitively, and hormone replacement has helped in a profound...
Yeah, okay. So let's pause that right there. So that's, if this dude is trying to promote health and fitness,
Yeah.
and nothing he has said is healthy,
Yeah.
even that,
Yeah.
I have to crush myself in the gym just to feel good. Well, then you've got other. It's called a crutch. When you have a problem, and then instead of dealing with the core of the problem, you go do something else instead. It's like, I'm sad with my life. I'm going to go to the gym and destroy myself to the point where I have to take anabolic steroids to handle it.
Right.
It's like the same as saying I have problems in my life, so I'm going to start drinking heavily to handle it. Well, there's a problem there. You know what I mean? Like, if you've got that many problems, you shouldn't be promoting anabolic steroids as a fix for mental disorders. You're not you're promoting, you want to help people with anxiety and depression, and just go to the gym, take steroids, crush yourself. That'll make you feel better. Well, sorry, bro, but no, it fucking won't.
Yeah.
There's a problem right there too. I hate everything about it.
I hate everything about it.
Oh my God.
There's only less than a minute left. We're not going to play the end because he just shows like stay primal and all this sort of stuff. But basically, this guy's an absolute tool. He was lying, and this whole apology is so disingenuous. Basically, it's like, you know what, I lied. Like the first 5 seconds were good. Like I messed up, I lied,
I fucked up.
I took steroids. Okay, cool. Leave it at that.
Yeah,
But now it's
take
like
some accountability.
I did it for all the 15-year-old boys that are struggling, and I did it because I have self-image issues.
What about the 15-year-old boys?
They're struggling, Adrian.
Has he ever talked about the 15-year-old boys before?
They're struggling.
I've never heard him talk about anxiety
They're
or depression
struggling.
or anything like that. Also, 85% of the population, I feel like that's one of those statistics that you say like 60% of the time it works every time.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
threw a statistic out there. Look, you might have low self-esteem, and that might be true. Instead of doing a whole shitload of anabolic steroids and then lying about it to obviously grow your brand, probably like speak to someone. You know?
So let me get this right.
Get some help.
And here's we're going to leave this with the final caveat, right? The final cherry on top of his hypocriticalness.
Of his apology.
Of the hypocriticalness of the hypocrisy of his apology.
Yeah.
Is that he has built his business and his brand around these ancestral tenets. And if you do them, it will improve your life.
Yes.
It will get rid of anxiety, depression.
Yes.
It will make you jacked as fuck. Right? But in the end, he does those things. He's got anxiety. He lies to everyone. He deceives everyone. He did it to get famous and more money.
And he said that it made him unhealthy.
So literally, if his ancestral tenets were any good,
they would work.
They would actually work, and he wouldn't need to juice to the tits.
Yep.
So, yeah.
There you go.
We had to do it.
We did. This guy annoyed me from the very beginning, even before all of this. Like when he first started getting famous, it's just silly.
Yeah.
You don't have to do any of this silly stuff. You know, like you don't have to train that hard. You just have to like exercise
Train a bit. Yeah.
A bit. Feel
I think
kind of good.
Yeah.
Eat kind of good. You know.
Yeah.
It's not a. Don't go taking anabolic steroids and then lying to millions of people and make hundreds of thousands of dollars off of the people who believe your bullshit.
I think as well.
It's just a general rule.
It's just general philosophy that makes sense. Is that some parts of the ancestral tenets make sense? Get outside, work hard.
I think I've read some of them. Yeah.
Like you know, try not to watch TV all the time. Like just like that. All like that
general
makes
rules,
sense.
Yeah, it does
General
make sense.
rules
One
make
thing
sense.
that really annoys me about that though is like I get what my ancestors did, but like they didn't have penicillin or
They all lived until like 28 years old.
They didn't have penicillin. They didn't have shoes. They got like a scrape on their arm, got infected, and they died. They couldn't cook their food a lot.
Yeah.
Like just the worst possible parts of
it. Just makes no sense because his whole message is if you live by these ancestral tenets, you're going to be great. But then the other part is like he says, but you also need pharmacology.
My ancestors were using GH, so
yeah.
I should as well. It just, look,
Yeah.
I get the concept. I get that. Like, if you conceptually live your life by these tenets and then kind of integrate them into like contemporary society, such as we have, make it work and make some fucking sense.
Yeah.
You know, like my ancestors did this and then carry a sled upstairs. Like, that's stupid. Go for a hike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And carry some heavy stuff there. That makes more sense. Or like, I don't know, catch a bear or something. Just have it make sense. Like, everything he says is a contradiction on what he does.
Yeah.
Almost everything. I think that's the thing that really annoys me about him, and has since he started becoming more and more popular online. He's just a walking contradiction of himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The joke. Anyhow, I think that's all that we need to talk about.
You know
today.
the real joke?
What's the real joke?
The real joke is that we're here like chumps, making $16 every 2 months on Facebook. And this guy, like the liar that he is rolling in it.
I
Because
figure
if you remember him saying,
in a full year,
he's rich.
In a full year, they'll send me my $100 check, which will cover not even one of these microphones.
No. God damn. Well, you know what we should do?
What?
All right. Vote in the comment section.
Ooh. All right.
Should I take steroids for a year and see how close to him I can look in 1 year?
No.
That'd be a fun experiment, because the answer is no.
The answer is no.
The answer is no.
It's not even an experiment. Yeah.
But one, I'm doing it because it's what I believe in.
No.
And I'm
no,
doing
no,
it
no.
for the 15-year-old boys.
Doing it for the boys.
And two, it ain't gonna happen.
For the boys. Right? The boys are back in town.
I'm upset. This hurt my feelings. I thought I would feel better after making fun of him. This actually hurts my feelings. This guy sucks.
Yeah.
Whew.
There you go. All right. Thank you very much for tuning back into the Big Flex. It's been a hot minute. We'll come out with a much more serious, as serious as the Big Flex can be. We'll come out with a new one next week. And
the reviews are kind of
in a fortnight.
The breakdowns and reviews are kind of fun. If you have any like suggestions of any people that you want to talk about, just like this, we're talking a lot about how a lot of people don't know about what he's doing and he's lying and why he's lying. If there's anything fitness related where you want us to kind of like break some stuff down, like send us through some videos of people.
A natty or not question, like, do you reckon this guy's on juice? And like we can just give you our opinion.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Alrighty, guys. Cool. Like and subscribe. Smash that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment.
And stay primal.
And stay primal. Within reason. Stay primal.
See you later,
I'm going to go
guys.
sunshine my balls right now.
I'm out. I need to feel the sunshine on my balls. I need to try it. I need to do it.